Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Today you can see I'm actually at HarroWall. I've trekked it all the way out to Harrow to come and climb here today. Reason being is I think it's the biggest centre in London of all climbing gyms, biggest gym in London. So yeah, pretty special. We've got this as part of the London climbing centres, and obviously being the biggest, it's got a lot more walls, which means there should be a lot more slabs. And because that's all I can climb on, that's basically what I need is a lot of slabs, so I can practice my one-arm stuff because I can't use my left hand still. So I might do some, similar to the other videos, some lighter stuff on my left hand, like thumb pressing and pulling very lightly to balance with my left hand, but mostly going to be one-handed, trying to be quite static like I was in the last video, and yeah, just use my body positioning and my hip positioning to, yeah, kind of push through the climbs on this. So I'm going to start off with this green V2 on a slab wall. Yeah, should suit my one hand quite well. It obviously goes up to the right, so that's perfect for me with one hand, and the holds, being a V2, obviously are pulling in quite a nice direction. So we'll jump into this one and see how it goes. Didn't really read that with one hand, a bit trickier than I first thought, but yeah, once I got up to the right move dynamically to this one, the rest of that was really okay. Okay, so just next to the green V2, there's also a red V2, which is this route here. And this is going to be very challenging, but I actually think it might be possible with one hand as well. It's going to require me to lock off really well with my right arm and get a lot of weight through my left foot. But I think if I do this technically correct, I should actually be able to do this. Yeah, maybe getting set initially might be quite challenging, but yeah, when my hand's up to this, I can get my right foot on here, left foot on that. I'm pretty confident that I should be able to climb this one with good body positioning. So we'll see how it goes. Another really awkward start. I actually used my shoulder quite a lot to push up into this. So yeah, I wasn't using my hand, but I used my shoulder to get set on the wall eventually. And then yeah, once I could grab this hold, I was able to set properly and then pull up to the next hold. So yeah, good route, quite challenging with one hand, but yeah, it's kind of almost set for it as well. Okay, I'm gonna try this white V1 behind me now. Starts with hand here, and then yeah, there's feet at the bottom as well, and on the volume. I think I might start with my hand on the left one, and then get the left hand to here to start it off, and then throw up to this. That's quite a slopey hold. I'm gonna have to catch that very accurately and get my body positioning right to catch it in the right direction. And then I'll be throwing to a pocket, so that's gonna be quite tough. And then up to another slopey hold with another foot on this volume and here before the last. So I think the challenging part is gonna be the slopers, but yeah, we'll see how we get on with that. Cool, another testing route. Yeah, it is very different when you climb with one hand. I can't stress that enough. You have to think a lot harder about body positioning. I actually really do think this is quite good for climbing, just in general. Just practicing this, getting into positions where it's quite awkward, and you have to think really hard, not much about pulling hard, but about placement of hands, feet, and then your hip positioning, your body positioning. Yeah, it makes you think a lot more about that rather than just pulling your way up the wall. So yeah, this is good. Okay, I'm going to jump now into this pink and blue V3. It starts 2 hands on this hold down the bottom, and that's also a foothold. So I'm going to start with 2 feet on this and have to reach down. It's going to test the flexibility as usual. And then there is a foothold here, and then it's just the top hold. But what you can use is this volume here. So whilst I can't use my left hand, I'll be able to use my arm and my shoulder up against that volume, and I think this should be quite comfortable to press using my shoulder or my forearm to press up to the top using these feet on the right. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. Actually ended up a little bit higher than I realised I was going to with my foot on this, so I didn't need this foothold in the end. But yeah, would obviously use my palm normally, but I just ended up using my side forearm, and yeah, that was enough to get a foot on and then reach up for the top. And then just next to that V3 is this red V1 with some, yeah, pretty unique holds. You don't see a lot of these often, so they should be easy enough to grip onto with one hand. It will be a little bit more dead pointy on this one, I think. But yeah, should be simple. Won't need a left hand at all. Probably try to keep that behind my back for the climb. See how it goes. Yeah, quite challenging still. Trying to stop the momentum coming out. I ended up gripping them like this, which is not normal to hold, obviously normally in climbing, but I suppose it's a V1, so that's why that would be the case. But yeah, quite a fun route to do in the end. Okay, I'm just moving around to this white V1 now, which looks quite nicely set up for exactly what I'm trying to do. Side pull left on this hand, starts with 2 hands on this, also pulling to the left, foot on here. So, and then that's obviously pulling to the left as well. So realistically, whilst I would probably go left up then right up normally and match and then go across, should be possible to just dead point a little bit to the side pull hold here, and then same again to the next one. And then this foot should be good enough for me to go statically, get my hips into the wall to reach across with the right hand to the end. So yeah, see how this one goes as well. There's a bit less of an angle on that last hole to pull than I thought. It's more kind of a big side pull for the left hand, so a little bit trickier to match that in the end. But yeah, thankfully my hips were very close to the wall for my body positioning. Got really low on my left foot here and then sunk my hips across. So a lot of weight was through the foot, certainly to begin with, which allowed me to catch that hold a little bit easier. So yeah, happy with that one. Okay, I'm going to move on to something a bit more exciting now, rather than V1s and 2s. I'm going to try this orange V5. So it starts with 2 hands on this, and there's a foot here and here. And then the lower section of the wall is a little bit overhanging, but this section up here is quite a nice slab. And it goes up to a thumb press on this, and then quite a wide step between this hold up to here. And then yeah, using hand hold on that to stand up and then reach the last up here. So I might need my left thumb, I think, and possibly a little bit of my hand on the start hold when I go up to this thumb press. But yeah, I'm hoping technically I can do it without the left hand, because yeah, obviously it moves to the right. I'm going to use my right hand mostly for this, so I think it can be done with one hand. I'm going to try and do that. But yeah, I'll obviously get a feel for that when I'm on the wall and decide if I use my left thumb or my left hand in any way whatsoever. But yeah, we'll jump on and see. Oh, that's quite a high step for captain inflexible, I'll be honest. Getting my foot up to this is tough, especially when keeping just the right hand. I do think it is meant to be right foot up, but it might be more of a dynamic move is what I'm thinking, because there's nothing to grip onto to do it statically. I think it might be a kind of a pull up to stand on and then grab the thumb press. So yeah, I don't think statically is the way. I'm not sure if I'm powerful enough to do it with one hand to pull myself up and step up, but we'll give it a go in a second, see what happens. Not quite. Relatively close. With 2 hands, I think that's probably the way. One hand, I'm struggling to get enough strength through the right on its own to pull myself up there. But yeah, I'll give it another go. Body might get used to the movement, get it a bit more precisely next time, which always helps with efficiency, should allow me to pull a bit further. And yeah, probably need to commit to it a little bit more as well. I'm a bit mentally not committed to that, well, I don't even know why, but yeah, I think that's a limiting factor as well. Maybe it is static. I think it definitely can be done that way. But yeah, getting my foot up there, I think I need to stretch a bit. So just to give a little bit more, you know, a couple more centimeters to get my foot high enough. And then once it's on there, I can use my foot to pull my body into the wall as well, which should make it easy to stay in. And the reason I'm coming off is because I've not got anything to pull with to keep my body in, but once my foot's up there, I can use that and really pull in this direction, which will help my body come into the wall as well. So we'll try that. A little bit sketchy, I think. Yeah, it's just such a high foot. Like I say, I think two hands I'd definitely go dynamic, but I can't really use my other hand, so try and break the beta by doing it statically, which that was quite sketchy. That's going to be too challenging, unfortunately, but yeah, I'll move on to something else. Hopefully something else that's tricky. See if I can get any moves on that instead. Okay, I'm going to move on to a different climb. It's quite a dynamic start on an overhanging wall. It's this V4 pink and blue. Starts one hand here, one hand up here. But yeah, this is a really nice jug. Oh no, it's not at all actually. It's very slopey. So this might be not possible, like I was hoping for. Well, I'll give it a go anyway. There's a foothold down here on the volume. You've got to jump across to this volume and catch this hold, which I'm hoping is a jug, which it is, but there's not much to aim for in there. So you've got to be very precise with the hand. And there's a foot here, there's a side pull here, and then there's meant to be a second last hold here to use, which I'm gonna have to skip and just go up to the last. So the plan would be do the first move dynamically, jump onto the volume and catch the right hand. And then once I'm on that, up to the crimp on the right side as usual, but rather than going up to the left hand over here, instead I'm going to try and get left foot up, right foot up, and just dyno for the last up there and see if that's possible. Okay, I don't think the first half's going to be possible. It's going to be too difficult. Yeah, I've not got enough purchase on that right hand and enough ability to generate anything from that with just the right, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do the first jump, but from the end up to that underclink, I think I can do. Catching the swing is going to be difficult, but I think I can get heel in if I do it coordinated enough and quickly enough. Now I know where the hold is. It's just below one of the bolt holes that I'll use as a reference. Yeah. I think I should be able to catch that first try, get my heel on this, and then it's whether I can balance with body positioning, hips this way, body leaning a long way to the left to get the right up, and then just try and generate to the last and maybe get a foot flagging on the wall to stop me from swinging around. But yeah, we'll see if it's doable. Quite slippy to stand on that hold without a second hand to balance, so it's going to be challenging. I do think it's doable. I was trying to get my right foot here, my left foot here, but it's just too far for me. Can't generate from that or anything at all. So, but I'm confident that when I get my foot up here, I can reach the last. It's going to be very challenging to balance. Oh, I don't think I can do this. I think that's too hard. Yeah, this foot's just really, I think if I've got my left hand to support. I could probably step up to this in a nice way, but it's just so slippy, the angle when I'm trying to get my knee across to then get my right foot up. Yeah, it's tough to stand on, but I'm gonna have one more go and try and place my foot more to the left side. It looks a little bit better here. Oh, sorry, the right side, on this bit here. And maybe place my foot, yeah, outwards to the wall. But yeah, we'll see. Surprised myself a little bit there. That was actually doable. Yeah, I guess I could reach the last hold without getting my right foot up. I think if I couldn't reach it without getting the right foot up, that wouldn't have been possible, but yeah, managed to actually place the foot eventually on this. I think the hardest part of that was stopping myself swinging out. Obviously, when I've got my foot down here, I can resist it a lot more because the hole's much better. But yeah, once the foot's come up to here, it's really hard to stay into the wall because this hole is quite underclinging as well. So everything is swinging out. I've got no left hand to resist it. But yeah, it's cool that that's doable. Didn't expect to do that in the end, but yeah, that's nice. Okay, that's quite a cool one to end on, so I'm going to end the video here. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Like I say, it's frustrating for me. I can't really climb properly, so these aren't going to be brilliant videos, but this is just what I'm doing whilst I can't use my left hand. I do think it is useful in some ways, obviously moving my body, getting used to different positions on the wall, like I've mentioned quite a few times now. But yeah, I hope this is providing some value to you. That's why I'm still making it, just to show you what I'm actually up to whilst I can't use my finger. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Really helps me out loads. Really appreciate your support, so thank you for that. But yeah, most importantly, as always, as you know, make sure you grab life by the plums, and I'll see you in the next one.